What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Childish. We're back at it again. With the next underrated and overlooked. We're going to be showcasing the W.Mystic Witch, people. The W.Mystic Witch. So, doing it a little bit different. Zach was kind enough to allow us to utilize his account. Trying to mix it up, trying to set that new trend as far as my underrated and overlooked series. For the last 10 episodes, they have been focused on units that I feel that is underrated and overlooked, based on my experience, as well as some of the top players that I've talked with since the beginning of this game has been created. Well, what I would like to do is give the opportunity for you, the subscribers, to basically talk about a particular unit where you feel is underrated and overlooked, and give you the opportunity to showcase it on my channel. Now, that being said, I want you to provide any and all information you can, but please be open to constructive criticism if that needs to be, if that needs to happen, because chances are, while you provide so much more insight with your experience, it's the lack of experience in the upper stages that will hopefully help you realize that sometimes, while a unit may look good for you at the beginning stages, it might not be good late game. But as you guys know, this is underrated and overlooked, and we're focused on the beginner to mid stages, which is why I want to include you guys in this. And even though this one might be a controversial unit for some, I believe it has a nice array of abilities that allows it to benefit you in scenario, dungeon, and arena. And so that's why we're going to go ahead and showcase. So first off, his arena leader skill, not a big fan of that, because at the beginning stages of the game, everyone's focused on damage or speed, or whatever. But the resistances are not going to be focused. They're not going to be focused a lot. So 26% is good, but if you don't have a little bit of base resistance to kind of go along with that, it's not going to make too much of a difference, in my opinion, just from my experiences early on. First skill, just like Megan, you got yourself the continuous damage for one turn for 50% chance. This to me is like, it's not the bread and butter of her skill, but this skill in general for a lot of units that have a first skill with continuous damage is very, very underrated and overlooked for dungeon play, because in giants, halls of whatever element, dragons, as the zone scales, the level of the difficulty scales along with it, and such that their hit points will be increased. There's some zones that have hit points 500%, defense 500%. Regardless if they have buffed up hit points or defense, whatever, this is a fixated amount of damage, 5% of the max HP. So regardless of what they have for their overall stats, this will do 5% of the max HP. Okay, whether they have 200 HP or 200,000 HP. Okay, it's going to be good. Next up, Jealousy. Really, really cool skill. An AoE defense break, which you do not see a lot in the 3-star realm of units. Okay, there is only a handful of units, if I could think. I don't even think there's more than 2 to 3. This being one of them, has the opportunity to do an AoE defense break for you. And of course, it's only a 50% chance. But again, like we're saying, because it has a nice little additive to proc, if somebody has a beneficial effects, this makes it a valid candidate for dungeon play, because as you guys know, all of these giants, dragons, and Hall of Magic zones, they have towers, and some of them do harmful effects to you, and some of them do beneficial effects to them. So if they have some that put some kind of beneficial effect, then you have the opportunity to get this skill on a little bit easier and take them out, or take the towers out, depending on what your goal is. And then the controversial skill, Curse, a really, really cool, blocking beneficial effects and disturbing HP recovery for 2 turns. In the arena, this is a arena killer, right? Because this is like Megan, with the exception of it does it for 2 turns and HP recovery for 2 turns. So arena can't heal or cast her skill for 2 turns, and sometimes we run along the issue where we put the beneficial effect, but Rena's attack gauge bar is so high that after you put it on, she goes, and then the skill or the beneficial blocker is off. So having this available for 2 turns allows you to probably get one more round in to try to do as much damage before that harmful effect is removed. Okay, but keep in mind, take a look at the fine text here. It blocks beneficial effects, but it does not remove beneficial effects. So keep that in mind when you're trying to utilize the skill, because as you know, even though Megan can only do it for 1 turn, okay, hers has the opportunity to remove beneficial effects. So, but here's the deal. Here's what still makes it a viable candidate, right? Like if you're taking this on Arena, okay, you put it on, you land it, if you have a good damage base, wind base, water base units, that beneficial blocker will eventually get removed, right? Because you just do damage or whatnot. So the fact that it can't cast it again still makes this a nice skill to utilize. It still makes this a nice skill to utilize. So, but again, we need to make the note out there, because people are going to think, oh, it's like Megan's skill but better. Okay, yes and no, because of the fact that it has the, what is it called? It has the blocker, but it cannot remove effects. So while this will help you in dungeon play, it could almost nullify whatever buff is put on. So for example, if you find yourself a hall dungeon where they put on a defense break, a defense skill, a defense buff, excuse me, then having the opportunity to put a defense break will kind of balance that out a little bit. So there we go. Constant damage is on, looking good. Obviously, his Sigmaris is a pretty beastly unit. What we'll go ahead and do is do a couple different scenarios. See if we can find ourselves some clutch situations, in such that the skill will be very, very useful. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Let's try a little Giants. Now, even though he's cleared upwards of B10, I would have to assume that he did it with friends. So we'll start out in that Giants B6 realm, or sorry, Giants B5, and work our way up, utilizing our debuffers. What did I put? I put this one in. Now I want to go ahead and let me go ahead and get Shannon in here. Shannon's a little bit low HP, but hopefully the bonus to Sigmaris will kind of help out a little bit. So yeah, this is talk about overall setup of team, right? Basically, one DPSer and one, what do I say? All support units. So is this optimal? No, but we're just trying to showcase the units so you guys can see some a little bit different. I know that these videos, Underrated and Overlooked, it's very, I've gotten a lot of good feedback, very entertaining for you guys as far as, very educating, but at the end of the day, I believe it's not as entertaining. So having the opportunity to have a unit, especially that it's, in that 5-star realm, gives you guys something to look forward to, try out, see it in action versus just hear me talk about it. And of course, any of them that I've talked about, I've already utilized, prior to. I might not have the unit, but I've utilized it in the past. But now you can kind of see what's kind of going on with it. So as far as the this particular unit, I think right now Zach is just using the runes that he has available to him, and he has it set for I think he has attack, hit points, and accuracy. So he's trying to help out with the damage, trying to help out with the hit points and stay alive, and trying to make sure that the debuffs land. He's rocking a Swift Focus set. As far as this one, since it is, if you guys didn't see it here, quite the shocker. It's not a support unit. It is an attack unit, so it's going to have a little bit higher attack or whatnot. I do see the benefit of going attack, but because, in my opinion, because of the fact that you are basing this off of the second and third skill, the AoE defense break and the beneficial blocker and whatnot. I think the fact of the matter is it should be focused on, basically making sure that you can, get as much accuracy, speed, and hit point as possible. So, but he made a valid point. It is an attack-based monster, but sometimes, guys, when you have, even though a certain unit might be an attack or support-based monster, HP-based monster, doesn't always necessarily mean that that is the best way to go about it. Especially when we consider a unit like this, which we're building off of support, right? If this was an attack monster that flat out all out attack, then obviously we wouldn't even be thinking about a swift set. But the reason why Zach has chose a swift set, he wants to make sure that she gets the nod, she gets the first attack, and has the opportunity to put the beneficial blocker on because, again, it's a beneficial blocker, not remove beneficial effect and block. So we need to get a jump on the attack and get the opportunity to put a blocker on before the bosses get the opportunity to put some kind of a strong skill on, a strong buff on. So overall, not too bad at all. Even though her stats are not really high, accuracy is a little bit low. It's still definitely pretty nice unit here. You can see where it's shining. I think the AoE defense break is really going to be nice for scenario and arena play. In the early stages of the game, for the Giants B1 to B5, Hall's Magic B1 to B5, or the Halls of the Dragons, B1 to B5 or whatnot. It'll be useful because some of the towers have invulnerability skills that they put on their boss, this, that, whatever. So it helps to. Let's go ahead and put Darian in the mix now. It helps to have a defense break on the towers to get them knocked out as soon as possible. So we'll go ahead and mix it up. Trying out a new zone. Of course, now mind you, we might fail on the video. Zach's probably gonna laugh if he sees me do a zone that he hasn't done with the team I'm using. There's obviously, I'm sure he knows his units better than I do. So the combination that I'm using right now is just kind of a safe bet or whatever. So not trying to get too fancy because I haven't took a look at all of his units and whatnot. But oh, look at that! Oh my goodness gracious, she just killed that like super quick. All right, so I think we can move up. We can move up to the next one. Hopefully it's not a fire one. That would be bad. Man, I'm getting Rabelmons all over the place for him. Is it a fire one? Oh, no, it's Stark. Okay, cool. So let's do it big here. Gosh, I don't know about you guys, but I remember I would be fist pumping every time I cleared the dragons. When we first got started, Drago and I were kind of going back and forth about seeing how quickly we can clear the dragon zones because, of course, back in the day, there was a little bit of focus on the Dragon's Runes, but you didn't see a lot of people talk about it. We were focused on Giants, and rightfully so, right? Because that's the has the basic sets for the majority of the units that can use. But of course, once those rare runes came out, everybody was all about the dragons. You had to get the dragons. That was the good stuff. Oh my God, I did it again. Why is this thing not saving? What fail? Hold on. All right. There we go. Oh my goodness gracious. That was a lot of debuffs on us. All right. Let's go ahead and do one more. He don't want that. Go ahead and do Dragons B5. See if we can eke it out. Oh, wait. Dragons B5 has the water one, so that wouldn't be good with the wind. But let's see if we can do one more. Can we do B7? Can we get big with B7? Let's see if we can get big with B7. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So, swift focus, speed, hit point accuracy, speed attack accuracy. If you have a scenario where you have a lot of speed substats on the runes that you got, you can even consider going HP accuracy or attack accuracy, right? But I kind of like the support side because that's our goal. We want to make sure she stays long enough to stay alive, and she is accurate enough to make sure that whatever debuff she's trying to put on lands. So hopefully Zach can go ahead and use some of that insight in his future experiences with this one. Big shout out again to Zach. He like I said, he contacted me a while ago. I had to apologize because I got quite a bit of my email has been blown up quite a bit with regards to you guys, the subscribers. So while it's very, very good, sometimes I'll read an email, think about the topic or whatnot, and get back to him. So unfortunately, there was talk about an epic fail for me. When he first talked about this, I was a little bit hesitant because of the skill set and whatnot. And so since this one, since I had the opportunity to try it and kind of run with it, I was like, oh, that is great. That might actually be a beneficial one because, again, this one here may not be, great in, the best choice for arena, support, or the best choice for scenario or dungeon support. But the fact that it has a little bit of everything, it has some skill sets that help out for all aspects of the game, kind of puts me to that, underrated unit. Because like I say, when you're setting up your teams, setting up your one units, or you're looking at 6-star unit, you try to go about, hey, which one should I do, whatnot. I always say, choose a unit that will help you in all aspects of the game. Now, whether this one is a 6-star candidate, I don't know. It kind of contradicts what I say, but I just feel that because this is focused on the beginners and intermediate people in the game, it is definitely a great unit to take up to 5-star max and utilize. 6-star, questionable. It really just kind of depends on your goals and the synergy of your team. I think there's many opportunities for units that is going to provide more overall beneficial effects or harmful effects for you. But it's still a candidate for the underrated and overlooked. So we'll go ahead and utilize this for our next episode. So again, Zach, thank you for giving us our chance. Giving us a chance to go ahead and take a look at it. For all of you that are new to the channel or have checked out this series for quite some time, let me know what you think. If you like that, if you like this showcase where we get an opportunity to show it in kind of play, so you can kind of see it versus various dungeons, go ahead and smash that like button. Let me know you like it. I don't know if you guys realize I definitely pay attention to all the comments, but I'm a big fan of the people that go out of their way to like the video. If they really enjoy the content, like I said, I'm trying to mix it up, trying to do something different than other YouTubers don't do, so that you guys can have a nice variety. While I believe all of our YouTubers in our community are fabulous people, we sometimes lack in our variety because you can only do so much. So trying to mix it up, trying to do something different for you guys. You let me know what it is in the comment section down below, okay? It's your boy Childish from ChildishPlays checking out. We will see you in the next underrated and overlooked video. I'm out.